Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. First video, yay! It's about a game on Transfermarkt. I'm gonna be coming up with some really cool content soon about rebuilding teams and transfers teams should take. So, if you don't want to miss out on that, please subscribe and hit that notifications bell. Also, like this video if you enjoy it. Yeah, watch the video and enjoy. Hello, I'll be playing Transfermarkt's new game called What's My Value. And basically, it's where they give you two different players and you have to tell which one has a higher value, which one has a lower value. And the most valuable players usually has the bigger players. And I just want to start off with that. So yes, let's start the game. So starting off, we have Lucas Torreira, 39.6. Does Peter Zielinski have a higher or lower market value than Lucas Torreira? I would assume it's lower, and I am correct. So that's kind of the premise of this game. I just wanted to have some fun with it, talk soccer, or football, just have some fun with it. I do have a relatively good high score of 20, but I'm working on it. Kieran Trippier is lower, 30.8 million, yeah, I assume so. David De Gea, I think, would probably be older. Yeah, higher. Even though Kieran Trippier is older, but Ferland Mendy, I think that's probably a lower. I think, yeah, I would assume so. By 9 million. Federico Valverde, he's been quite good this season. Not gonna lie, and I am leaning towards higher, but maybe he hasn't proven in Transfermarkt's eye. He hasn't proven himself enough, so I'm just gonna say higher. Yep, that's what I thought. Anthony Martial, I would reckon it's lower, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Yeah, 7 million away. Paulo Dybala, I don't think this is much of a competition. Dybala is higher. Yeah, 80 million. Mateo Kovacic, I think he's super underrated. He's slowly starting to get recognition at Chelsea. He's so good, great dribbler. But he's lower than someone of the esque or of Paulo Dybala, so I'm gonna say lower. Yep, 39.6 million. Marco Reus. This is an really interesting one, because Marco Reus is aging, and you might think, okay, Mateo Kovacic is a couple of years younger than Marco Reus, but I do feel like Marco Reus's skill kind of makes up for that, so I'm going to say higher. Oh no, okay, so yeah, understandable. That's one I think was one of the closer ones. So let's play again. So Benjamin Pavard is 30.8. Leon Goretzka, definitely higher. Both Bayern players, 44 million for Leon Goretzka. Marcel Sabitzer, this one is interesting, but I think Goretzka's experience at the top level is going to make him higher, so I'm going to say Marcel Sabitzer is a lower. Yep. Rodrigo, I think he's probably higher. I think he's just a fabulous player, and I think for that reason, I'm going to say higher. Lukaku, definitely higher. Not a question or in my mind about that. Lukaku, what a great player he is. Pulisic, this is interesting because he transferred for 50 million recently. But I'm going to say lower because, 50 million is less than 74.8 million. And, I just think Varane's such a good player that he gets higher. I think that makes sense. Yeah. 70.4 million for Varane. He's such a great player. Ilkay Gundogan. He's good, but nothing compared to Rafael Varane. so lower. Anthony Martial should be higher. I think we discussed earlier that he's just such a great player. 52.8 billion. It's very close. Tanguy Ndombele. I think he's lower personally, but he did just recently transfer for a lot of money. But yeah, my reasoning did not make sense there. So let's try playing again. Yeah, if you guys want me to do any of the other game modes, you know, there's Serie A, Bundesliga, and Prem. I can do them. Just leave it in the comments down below if you would like me to do that. Does Victor Lindelof have a higher or lower market value than Wilfred Ndidi? I think that's definitely going to be lower. Lindelof is a fabulous player, but Ndidi's a growing star. Mateo Ndidi should be higher, I'd reckon. Yeah. Kieran Trippier, lower. Trippier's pretty old. And didn't transfer for much either. Hold on. This is interesting. But I think you're gonna have to go higher. Yeah. It's good. James Maddison. Definitely higher, I think. I think he's such a great player. Higher is the decision I'm going to make. Nathan Ake, wow, this is tough. This really is tough. I would reckon Nathan Ake around in the 40 million, so I'm gonna say lower. Oh, that's it. Oh, never mind. Danny Ceballos. This is tough. Gonna say higher because of Ceballos' age. Yeah, he's such a young superstar. David Neres, the Ajax superstar. I think he's about 40 million, I would say. So I think 39.6. Yeah. Bernardo Silva higher. I have no doubt in my mind. Quite a lot of money Bernardo Silva's worth. I mean, Bernardo Silva is such a good player and such a good dribbler. And especially with someone like Roberto Firmino, too. In this page, we see two super underrated players. Deserve a lot of respect. This is actually tough. This is really tough. I would only think Roberto Firmino's like 60, 70. So I'm gonna go lower. Oh my god, that was close. Almost only 10 million. Thiago, lower. Thiago Alcantara, what a fabulous player. He really embraces the aesthetics of soccer / football. Nicolas Zaniolo. God, this is hard. This really is hard. I'm gonna go lower though. Oh, not by much though. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, lower. Yeah. No, he did transfer for 60 million. Joao Felix, I think that's definitely higher. 89.1 million. What a rising superstar Joao Felix is. He's got so much potential. Compared to one of the more experienced players, Paul Pogba, I'm not too sure where each of these fit. I'm tempted to sing lower, but only by a max like 10 million lower. Oh, by like 1.1 million. We're on to a high score here. 5 away from topping my best score. Renan Lodi, lower. He plays for Atleti. Great Brazilian left back, but not at the same level of Pogba. Oh, this is tough, but I'm going to say Kramaric is lower. Yes. I mean, Kramaric is kind of underrated, and I can understand why they give him such a high market value. Some people would disagree. Theo Hernandez. This is the one in AC Milan. Fabulous season. For that, I'm going to say higher. Yep, 2 million higher. Close one, though. Donny van de Beek. Getting linked with Real Madrid. All those great teams. That's the reason why I'm going to say higher. Yeah. Oh, yeah, by a lot. Next up, we have Jordi Alba. because of age, like he's like 10 years younger than Jordi Alba, I'm gonna go lower. Aaron Laporte, I think is gonna have to be higher. It's gonna be close, but he's such a great player. Oh yeah, by miles, Laporte's higher. Such a great player, and also with that in mind, Milik's good, but nothing to beat Laporte. Next up, we have Jonathan Ikone, but again, a lot of good Lille players right now, but lower. I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be lower. No, I got a high score. My value is 6.6 million. Leave in the comments down below if you want me to do this again. Also, drop a like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on if you want. If you'd like, just let me know what your high